Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CP. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No, let's talk about that right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate this. I'm saying, like, I don't appreciate.
What did you say? What are we talking about, son?
Get into it. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
You heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see it. You see it. We
son.
back, fellas. We back.
You see it.
No matter
for y'all
what.
too. Keep it
You see
right there.
Oh, look
Scan
at
that
him.
QR code
Look
right
at
there,
him.
baby. Yeah,
Work.
yeah. Your boy's been cooking, son. Yeah. Scan that QR code, man, right for the merch. You said
No matter what, son. Baldies, no matter what.
Baldy, you heard that? You heard that?
Dope.
You heard that, Boat? You heard that?
No matter what.
No, I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
Baldies, no matter what, kid. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it, man.
Come on home, son. Come on home, man.
What's popping, man?
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing, Poke, man? It's good to see you, man. I'm saying happy
Good to be
birthday
back,
to the
brother.
wifey. I'm glad she let you come on here, man. You know what I'm saying? Cook with the boys because it's birthday weekend. We know what that's like. So happy birthday to Mrs. Poke. How you doing, brother?
21st birthday to the wifey.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing good, man. It's good to be back, man. Been on, vacation, Father's Day, birthdays, man. It's just been a busy month, so glad to finally be back with you boys and everybody out there.
Yeah, man. Glad to have you back, my brother. Joey, how you doing, my brother?
Young old Carl, what's going on, baby?
Young old Carl. What's up, Carl Winslow? Carl Winslow in the chat. You know what I mean? Carl Winslow in the chat. How you doing, Joe? You good? Hey, what happened to the cup, fam? How you not branded the cup? You got the cup.
The cup is already online. The cup is already online, man. That's my wife's cup.
Mm-hmm.
I can't bag it from her. I can't take it from her. She got everything in that cup, man. So I can't pry that from
everything
her,
in the cup.
You know.
Yeah, I got mine on the way. I got mine on the way, man.
You see
Yeah,
the
the
cream.
shirt, no matter what.
You see the cream popping.
Oh, is that the cream joint? Oh, the
That's
cream
the
is
cream.
fire.
Oh, yeah. That's the cream.
Yeah, we gotta add that to the merch, man. Angry Apes, before y'all get started, FSU, fuck FSU, fuck FSU, fuck FSU, whoever got something to say about it. Yeah, I'm always on that energy. Y'all know how I do.
Yeah.
Juan Manuel of the building. Gentlemen, blessings to you and family in this hot J-Lo Sunday. I think people are hyped for this year's offense. But what they never saw coming was the genius of Guidry, and the defense is going to be better with the defensive line, linebackers, CB, and depth. Yeah, Juan Manuel coming through with the essay, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, Joey, this one's on you, brother. I got none. It's been a minute since I handed the reins off to you because I was late on Wednesday, so I do apologize for that. So not much has been going on with the Canes, right? It's been a slow, quiet week. You know what I mean? Everybody, it's been quiet. What y'all want to talk about? I'm gonna hand it off to y'all. What y'all want to talk about?
No commits. We haven't gotten any. We haven't gotten 4 in 6 days or something like that.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. I don't think.
That didn't happen.
No. Trending positively for a lot more.
Big ones too.
Yeah. Somebody just locked down their commit apparently.
Yep.
But we on here were telling you that linebacker, better known as Bam Bam, wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't. He was just enjoying the process. Like I suggest,
which I would have done. I would have done. I would have easily. I was always locked into. I'm taking my trips, fam. I'm taking my trips.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for free? Y'all gonna put me up? I don't have to go in my pocket at all. Oh yeah. Expensing the shit out of this.
Yeah. And could be not getting paid to take trips. Psh, of course.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I don't know.
So
all day.
We got Chris Ewald making a decision. Is that this week or next week? something like that.
This week.
Soon.
It's this week. Yeah,
Sometime
I think it's this week because I think it's the 20. Y'all in the chat, let me know, but I think it's like the 26th.
26 or
I think
27. I think you're right.
Yeah, he was only taking 2 trips. He took Miami and Georgia, and that was it.
Took Georgia this past weekend, and of course,
yep.
You know, he was wild. Of course, you know, Georgia's one of them places, man. Let's keep it a buck.
Yep.
But you know, we may have another one coming soon. Who knows? But yeah, man. Good week, man. But you know, it is June, so we still wake me up in December over here. You know, it could either way. You know, but it looks like we're off to a pretty good start this month, man. How you feel about Ezekiel Marcelin?
Man, I think that's a must-have in the for the local community. Man, that's one of them dudes. I think Wesley Basaint type. You know what I mean? Like get that next guy in line from Central. Was it defensive player of the year? You know what I mean? People hating on him because again, star watching and not watching the Steve-O breakdowns and not seeing what the tape does is just he's this. I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm look, man, I'm a big fan. Are there better linebackers that are higher up on my board? Possibly. But Ezekiel Marcelin is right up there with him. Smart guy. Looks. Check out. Make sure to drop the link in the description. He had the CB interview. You know what I mean? That's big time when you get to sit down with CB. So make sure to check that out so you get to know more of his personality and who he is as a Cane. From all accounts, especially Steve-O, where he's Team Raw, says that he's a funny guy, man. Loves to have a good time. So, but serious about his craft. So,
Cheese it, man.
I'm hyped about it.
Man.
Cheese it, man. You cheesing, fam?
Yeah.
You cheesing, fam?
Yeah, you cheesing, fam. Yeah, the cheesing, man.
Now the kids, he's something, man. After watching some tape, he's super instinctual, quick to the ball. I mean, he'll put it on you too, man. He ain't afraid to hit at all. If you see some of the hits he has, man, he'd take your head off. That's for sure. So I think he's super, super underrated.
Yeah, that seems to be the similarities between the linebackers now. You see Elijah Melendez just taking souls away. You know, he's coming down there hitting. Then you got Amari Wallace, who's coming down trying to take people's heads off. And you got Ezekiel Marcelin, man. I think, you know, a couple of other targets. Gavin Nix, he's a linebacker, man, who likes to hit. You know, so
Pokes numero uno. Man. That's Pokes number one.
That's Pokes, man. Yeah,
that's my guy right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's the trait. That's the trait, right? See ball, run to it, and get there violently. So I love that. I love that. And Ben, you said something. You said something that's important. He was the player of the year, man. And it reminds me of Dalen Russell, right? People didn't know what was going on with him, and he's a 3-star. He's a 3-star, but he was like what 2-time player of the year or something like that.
2-time player of the year in Dade County, for his.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, what do you if everyone says that Miami football is what it is and Florida football is this and that, and you have a 3-star that's been the player of the year for the last couple of years, how can you be mad at the take? You know what I mean? So
I think what happens, and it feels like this is like the summer conversation, right? I think what happens is, look, and I'm guilty of it too. There's guys that like a Cortez Mills, right? There's guys that we follow and like, and you know what I'm saying, becomes fans. We're like, oh, I'd love to see him as a Cane, but then like don't separate after the fact. We're like, I'm just a fan that would like to see this guy. Like the coaches, I don't doubt this coaching staff as much as I have other coaching staffs, and not to say that I have blind faith in it, but their evaluation process is crazy. Where like you see after a while the people who are paid for it see those stars. I'm like, okay, he was underrated. They get more points, go up a star. When they had it early, so they loved him before, you know what I'm saying, before it was cool, before he was famous. You know what I mean? Like they were on Elijah Melendez in what, December? December was when he committed. Wasn't nobody
Right.
people who know about Elijah Melendez, but they had him committed in December. So that means the relationship was already built before that. Because it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta give him time. It's like stop looking at the stars, man. And I'm not saying that stars like as far as like what the rankings, the paint, shit like that, whatever. But that's not all that matters, man. They have a skill set that they're looking for, and they're evaluating every part of these young men. So just give them time, man. This staff, I don't doubt like I did other staffs. That's just how I feel about it. It's just tired of it, man. With all the oh, he's only a 3-star fan, but he's a 3-star in Miami-Dade County, one of the toughest conferences. You know what I'm saying? With other monsters. Like it's not if he goes to play at a smaller division in a smaller state, he's a 5-star because of how he looks. You know what I mean? Like your surroundings matter with that type of shit, man. Factor that in too. Now Andrew Ivan says he's a 3-star, man. Fuck that. I don't care. That's not the whole thing. Like that's not all of it. Watch the tape, be like, oh, if you watch Marcelin's tape, be like, oh, that guy can't play football. Then I don't know what the fuck you saying. Yeah. I just don't know.
And the program they're at has to make a difference, right? You know what I mean? He's at Central.
He's at Miami Central. I mean, come on.
A powerhouse program. Kids coming from Chaminade or kids coming from Heritage. Powerhouse programs, man, who consistently have, like, their programs are ran like D1 college programs. Like, they already have the work ethic. They already have the weight room. They already have the school part of it. Like, they are fully prepared for the next level. Not fully, but they're preparing for the next level at these programs. Like Marcelin is what, 6 foot 6'1", 215 already?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
he's like right around 6 foot. So I think that might be the only thing why he's not ranked a consensus 4-star.
Size.
Because he's not 6'2" or 6'3".
Yeah. The same thing as Bain, right?
It's the same crap they pulled with Bain too, man.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy to me. So if you're a guy that's looking at these recruiting services and looking at these stars, how do you not be like, okay, these guys are wilding out a little bit. That don't make sense. Like we're dropping a star because they're not 6'5", 260. Like, come on, man. You have to at some point trust your eyes, right?
Exactly.
Instead of just these stars. Yep. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Reek says, so y'all only going off 247, not Rivals, because he's a 4-stars on there. We're just talking we're talking about that one. The consensus is he's a consensus
3-star consensus.
Yeah. So that what I'm saying is, like, the same people who do the measurements, do the metrics, like factor in all these things. And again, it goes back to, like, it's what he's gonna be as a pro, right? It's how they rate him as the pro. So it's not even like what he's going to be in football, with the development he's going to get. And the reason why we have these conversations about the stars, we don't give a fuck. Like, keeping it above. That's not how we evaluate our players, right? Like, after the tape, we watch it down and we have our favorites. Has nothing to do with stars or where they go. Because there's guys that I like they have gone other places. We did multiple breakdowns last year of guys that went other places. But it's the people whose job it is to do this don't even follow their own metrics and seem to adjust them depending on the schools they get committed to. And it tends to skew sometimes towards against Miami. But yeah, look, he's a 4-star on there. Rivals, I mean, I don't rank the recruiting services or anything like that. It's just the people, I'm saying the people who follow it see, he's a 3-star, but don't look at the tape and don't look at everything else. They just look at, because the graphic just says 3-star.
And look at the inconsistencies in the recruiting services. You just said it. 247, 24/7 has him as a 3-star. Rivals has him as a 4-star. You'll have ESPN who has him as a low 3-star, and On 3 will have him as a 5-star. Like, it's so inconsistent. So how do you know who's doing what type of research? How do you know who's going to the practices, who's going to the games, who's actually watching the film and breaking down? How do you know that with all the inconsistencies? So that's part of the issue with it as well. You know what I mean?
And we have coaches on staff in the support side that have deep ties to Miami Central, that have deep ties in the community, that have known these young men their entire lives. I know the quality they are, their perspective, their mentality. You got like there's some killers on the support staff, man, that are doing their thing. So yeah, so Carl Davis says they have his measurement at 6'1", 190. Yeah, that's not up to date. He's well over 200 pounds now, Carl. That's the other thing. They go off measurement. Like if you look at his huddle, only his huddle is freshman season. Doesn't have a sophomore season. You know what I'm saying? If you click the link on his Twitter. So
just go watch Steve-O's breakdown, man. Just go watch Steve-O's breakdown, and that'll clear everything up for you.
Yep.
Yes, he's a Rivals guy, but he just does a breakdown of the tape. We don't. Carl, I see your second comment. We're not doing it. F a star film, don't lie, go Canes. That's it. Just watch the film. Like, look, you don't even gotta be a football guru. Just you've watched football your entire life. You know what a playmaker looks like. And
these coaches put in a ridiculous amount of work, and not to say their evaluations are perfect. Not to say they've made the best decisions all the time. Like you look at somebody like now, Elijah Roberts. Let's point to Elijah Roberts. He's gone. He was allowed to walk. Now look at him. Like Elijah Roberts is one of the top edge rushers or DNs going into the draft, 2025 draft.
Going into the season. Yep.
Yeah, going into the season, man. Like they've made some errors, but for the most part, like we have to look at it and be like, listen, they've done much better than we've seen. They have.
Yeah, more times than not, they're going to be on point with the evaluations. I mean, that's you got to go across the whole board, across the whole country. Everybody's going to miss on evals. Yep. Every school is going to miss on evals, and they're going to hit home runs on other ones. That's just the nature of the beast, you know.
Yep. Now we're going to see what happens.
It comes out to a lot of.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens during the season. That's the thing, right?
This is a weird season. Yeah. No, go ahead. I keep cutting you off. Go ahead.
You did your evals, man, and let's see if we can develop. Now that's the thing that we talked about before with the transfer portal and everything. So with like the 2 O-linemen they took recently, are they going to be given a chance to develop? Like this transfer portal and the way college football is now, you don't really have 2 years to develop for real.
You have a year.
You don't really have 2-3 years. Like after the first year, you have to show that you can at least be in a 2 deep.
See the field, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It feels like you almost have your first, like how quick this calendar is, because you think about it, right? Like this year they moved up signing day, and then next year they're talking about moving it up again to possibly the summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So think about how quickly that calendar is going to change. You're basically going to have if you're an early enrollee, the 15 spring practices.
Yeah.
Like
you're gonna have to be an early enrollee. You can't come in unless you
can't come in August anymore.
Unless you're a Justin Scott or a Fott, DJ Pickett or something like that. You can't come in the summer. You have to enroll early, and you have to get to work.
Yeah, and I think that's going to lead to these high school players leaving the schools they're at that don't let you graduate early. You know what I mean? Because you can't like. The early that June or July signing day, why would I stay at a school that doesn't let me leave till August? You know what I mean? That doesn't let me leave. Like that's gonna be real problematic, man.
Yeah.
So
and I know here
it's crazy
because here in Florida, kids can transfer high schools whenever for whatever. I mean, you can essentially play football at one school, basketball at another, and then baseball at a third school.
Yeah.
So it's just going to have to happen.
Yeah, I've seen that here in North Carolina where you can play at a school and go to school at another school. And I believe that probably helps with graduating early and stuff like that. So,
yeah, because you could do like school online. You know what I'm saying? You could do like expedited classes and shit like that. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. Stars, Lies film. Don't 100% can't lie about that. And the whole film too, though. Like we watch the huddles that are the highlights. Try to watch like a game and see how they're acting when the highlights aren't them. You know what I mean?
And at practice.
And at practice, and what their friends say, and
we don't see, you know.
Yeah, that would. I'm not hanging out at a high school for football practice. That's on the coaches. No Drizzy over here, fam. No Drizzy over here. You know what I mean? That's not my cup of tea right there. All right, so this is our last visit weekend. Joy, run through the guys we had coming this weekend, man.
So we had CB's boy.
Yeah.
Say the name.
Hilton Drake Stubbs, fam. If y'all listen to this on audio, I apologize. We just clapped. This is the only way to say this name. This is the only way we've been authorized to say this name by CB. You know what I'm saying? Our third compadre over here. It is always Hilton Drake Stubbs. You got to break it up like that.
Yes, and according to reports, you take those with a grain of salt, but a lot of people don't think he's gonna be sticking with USC, man. You know what I mean? So and if it's not gonna be USC, who's it gonna be?
Hey, just if you've seen the post that Fawcett just let rip.
Okay. What is it? Talk about it.
Don't leave it. Just tell us.
No, we can't see. Oh no, son, you just gotta say it, dog. What? Is it a
notable decommitment coming later this evening? We were just talking about somebody.
Hey, hold on.
So I don't know.
What's the shirt say?
Total and complete speculation here, but yeah, no matter what.
No, this is the Poke official. You know what I'm saying? This is the Poke font right here. No matter what. Yo, listen, man. There's a reason why when we started this shit, Joe started the slogan, "Wake me up in December." This shit is never over. Y'all saw the decommitments that were happening last week. What do you think was gonna happen? Like, all right. I'm gonna be cool. Because it could be something totally different, and it could have nothing to do with us. But it was already looking like.
There's no guarantee that it's that. You know what I mean? There's no guarantee.
Exactly.
Completely unrelated. Who knows? Well, we like to speculate around here sometimes.
Yeah, Drake can have another district. We don't know.
There was a lot of visits this weekend around the country, so it could be several possibilities. But that possibility is possibility in. Yeah, that's a possibility in.
Mm-hmm.
The whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
The possibility is in. I got you.
Yeah. All right. So
pull back the trigger, pull it on the scanner.
Yeah.
What else is on that list, man?
Mr. Espinosa.
Jose.
Yeah.
Shout out to his pops for clarifying how to pronounce that name. I really appreciate that.
That's right. Number 1 in his state, number 3 at the position, man. He's definitely a consensus 4-star, 5-star, some publications. He's definitely, he provides position versatility all along the D-line. He could play at both ends. He could play inside. He's a problem, and I'm blurry because I'm excited.
It's the cream, son. It's the cream.
Yeah, we back. Yeah, man. So, and coming out to visit, DB Room Stubbs, Pickett, man. Don't start, Carl.
Don't start. No. Hey, that list can grow. That list can grow, Carl. You know what I'm saying? Ben's be knowing what to do.
A certain other Ben might join that group.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's another
Ben's
one.
know what the move is. Ben's know what the move is, fam.
Yeah, and you have to look, man. Like if you're a skill player, because look, we've noticed the recruiting class over the past 2 years, right? First year was O lineman, right? Heavy on the O lineman. Second year was the D lineman, heavy on the D lineman. This year, the skill positions, we're losing at least 2 starting receivers, maybe a third starting receiver.
Yep.
Sam Brown, is he just has 1 year?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Has 1 year. Yep.
Isaiah Horton with a good season could bounce. So you
because of his size and
have
attributes for sure.
Yep. In the DB room. You know what I mean? Darryl DP2 is gone. Mish Powell is gone.
Yep.
Markeith could be gone.
One way or another. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and we're already thin, and we're already thin in the defensive backfield. So, listen, man, there's opportunity, plenty of opportunity at the skill positions at Miami, man. So, all right, we were talking about Epinesa.
Yep.
Was here as well. We already talked about Elijah Melendez.
Yep.
He was here.
And
he reaffirmed his commit, which not a surprise to us. We already knew he's here, man. He loves Miami, man. He talks to the recruits, and yeah, man, he's locked in. Ben Hanks. Mr. Hanks. Another corner. You know, good size.
All of them.
Yeah, 6'1", about 170, 175. Fantastic, man. Fantastic cover corner, man. He's at Booker T. Another program that's established. And
facts.
He's a guy, but he's a Florida Gator legacy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
That's going to be the fight there between us and.
That's going to be hard, man. And
I think a lot of it's going to come down to if that staff up there holds together.
Yeah.
You know.
So, and game one though. Like game one
too. Facts.
Game one could factor in.
And we're going to talk about that because I'm going to keep it a buck. That's the game I'm most worried about.
All season?
Yep.
Because it's game one, right?
We'll talk about it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll get into it. We'll get into reasons, but yes, that's the
Carl Davis says we only need 3 to 4 receivers next year, but JoJo, Nye, Chance, because in 25 of the offseason we'll run through Fletcher and Lyon on the O-line. Now you're always gonna need receivers. You're always gonna need receivers.
Yeah, I don't know. Carl, and we have to think about the transfer portal, Carl. You know what I mean? We got to think about who might be gone. We would like to say the offense will run through Fletcher and Lau and the O-line, but depending on what we get at quarterback as well, because we've said it. I don't know if Polk is on that train, but I don't think the starting quarterback is on the roster.
No. Okay. I firmly believe it'll be another portal.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Carl, always appreciate the comments, bro. We see all the other comments too, but some of them, you know what I'm saying, don't lead with the conversation that we're having sometimes. Adarica got to be next. That's a defensive lineman. I think we're going to have. I think it's always going to be trenches. Yeah, that's always going to be trenches.
So I'm seeing that Bryce Fitzgerald is coming in today. Is that right? Has that been confirmed? Anybody heard that?
I don't know.
What?
According to On3, what I'm looking at, says Bryce Fitzgerald is coming in today.
Okay, I remember hearing something about somebody being like a kind of like an odd visit, like a Sunday, Monday, or Monday, Tuesday. So maybe
this is the last weekend they could visit, right? because this is like the dead period starts. Because
Dead
this
period
is it,
starts
right?
what, tomorrow?
Does it start tomorrow?
I think so. I think, yeah, this is the last weekend of official visits.
This is
across
definitely
the
last
country.
weekend.
Make sure y'all scan the graphic right there for the merch, man. You know what I mean?
If Bryce
We out
is
here.
if Bryce is coming in today, that's huge as well. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because
it is.
Bryce Fitzgerald is a problem. Columbus,
Yeah.
you know, that's Coach Cristobal's school.
Most of the staff, most of the people who run the university are Columbus.
Columbus grads.
Yeah.
Legit, yo, like legit, like not even making this shit up.
There's a lot. There's a lot from Columbus for sure.
Yeah.
Hey man, from your thumbs to God's ears, brother. The first shock is gonna be Elijah Griffin. Would be, but yo, y'all let me know in the chat, man. We got our thoughts. Who would be your I'm gonna shut the fuck up and let Mario Cook commit? Like, who's the one? You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody got something to say when it's a night. Like, who's the one? Like, you know what? All right, man. Mario does know how to do his thing when he's recruiting. Y'all let me know in the chat. I mean,
that's a big one, man. If Elijah Griffin, like DJ Pickett, I'm kind of confident about. I really think we would have to mess up tremendously this year for him not to be on board.
Yeah, we have to go like
Elijah Griffin would be bananas.
Massive. That would be huge.
That would be bananas.
Especially after the D-line take we took this past season. Bringing in another guy like that would be
All right, so let's talk about game one. Since Jay Singh want to bring, let's talk about game one.
Let's do it.
Why am I concerned?
Hold on.
Tell us why you're concerned, Joey.
There's people who listen to this show. Remember, we're available wherever you get your podcast. You know what I'm saying, like, share, subscribe, leave us reviews on all your Apple, you know what I'm saying, all your Apple podcasts. Helps us out, grows the pod. It says game one, season equals season tone setter. Expectations will be met, surpassed, or lowered based on that game's outcome.
Completely agree. Completely agree.
Yep.
So,
why are you concerned, Joey? Let us know.
What are your concerns, Joseph?
It's game one. Nobody's hurt.
Okay, obvious.
Nobody's feelings are hurt. No locker rooms are, dismantled yet. Because nobody's played a game.
Yep.
Florida is hyped them up. Like, let's keep it a buck. We're a lot of teams in Super Bowl. I don't care how shitty we've been in the past 20 years. People want to make Miami look bad. They do. They want to beat Miami. They want to throw the U down.
Yeah, that's why
they want to throw the U upside down and shit. They want to do all that. There's going to be several commits at this game. Several recruits at this game. There's going to be all eyes on this game. It's in the swamp at 3:30.
Shit time. Yeah, shit time. Yep.
The coaching staff, both coaching staffs, but the coaching staff at Florida is desperate. It's dire for them. Like, it's a desperation game. They've had all off season to prepare for this game. They don't have they have to prepare in the SEC, but they've been playing SEC opponents forever. They have all year to prepare for this. This is what they prepare for all off season. So that's what I'm worried about. I don't know. I don't know how we respond to that. I do feel more comfortable because of who's leading the offense, which is Cam Ward. I feel more comfortable because he seems to me like he doesn't loot, like he's not gonna lose. Like, he's gonna keep going until he fucking wins. He seems like he's a sore ass loser. He's gonna get in the team's ass when necessary. So I'm a little less concerned, but I think this first game is going to be the fucking measuring stick. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So I'm worried about it.
Poke
a little.
I mean, a lot of what Joey said concerns me as well. Game one, I mean, unless you're in the building every day, you don't know how well the team is prepared. You don't know if, I mean, they're all going to say they've done A, B, and C, and they're ready to go forward, and they're ready for game one. But it's one of those things. Like if you've never played before, or you've never been around a team atmosphere and getting ready for an upcoming season, you don't know that level of concern you're going to have. So, I mean, game one, you just you just never know how many guys are all going to be on the same page, how well everybody has gelled together. You hope for the best, of course, and you have all your confidence in the coaching staff that they're going to get the players to that position. But there's always going to be that little level of concern that everybody's going to have. You're going into a hostile environment. I mean, nobody ever says it's easy going into Gainesville to play. I mean, it's just not. You're in SEC country. It's a different atmosphere going up there to play at 3:30 in the afternoon in the Devil's Asshole. You don't.
It's so
You don't. I mean,
it's so hot, bro. It's so humid.
You just
It's
don't know how the
disgusting.
players are going to respond to. I mean,
Disgusting.
you hope they're going to be fine. You're practicing and playing down in Miami, but I don't know. It's just a different level of heat, I guess you could say, especially in that boiling room. But yeah, but at the same time, I have a lot of confidence in, like Joey said, who's leading our offense. I just think Cam Ward brings a different level of leadership to this team that we haven't seen in some time. And he just goes about his business. He goes about his work, and he's almost unfazed to any outside distractions or any outside noise. And I think that's going to play a huge part with this team going forward.
Facts.
Yeah, I hear what y'all saying, and I agree. Like because it's game one. If it was game two, feel totally different.
Facts.
Feel totally different about it. Like, okay, I have some tape. I know what the team kind of is. Yada yada yada. And Cam Ward is a true factor. And look, and Carl took the words right out of my mouth. I would think if we didn't have a strong running game to lean on, because I just look. In the coming weeks, I'll watch more Florida, and kind of see what the defensive line is and who they brought. I'm not excited about that at all. To watch and see what that D line is looking like and who they brought in and shit like that. I haven't done it because I just like living on with my life and not watching bad things on television. So I want to see what that is but see what their size is and what their schemes are. And just kind of like run the same playbook as Kentucky did with our running game. Like I think our running game is going to control that more than a Cam Ward. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be one game that like initially it's a little bit safe and just kind of dominate them, kind of getting out to like a 17-3 lead, and then we put our fucking foot on their necks because then they're gonna have then they're gonna have to then we'll just beat them over the top because their whole secondary isn't very good, but. I do have concerns. Obviously, it's game one. We don't know we don't know how Cam Ward is going to respond with the O line. We don't know the receivers if they're going to be all those things. We don't know because we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? We're sharing our concerns from everything we saw, and we got to spend some time with Cam Ward. Shout out to the staff for gracing us and blessing us with that ability to be in the building for that day. You know what I'm saying? We got like that dude just gives off an aura of just like confidence. Right, and that permeates throughout the team. Like in spring game, and I go back to in the spring game, you had Wesley Bissing talking shit to him in a practice where they can't touch him. That didn't happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that is why. And also Damian Martinez, fam. And let me tell y'all boys something, man. If we have Fletcher for game one, this whole worry thing kind of changes because then you have two monsters like, oh, y'all thought Martinez was bad? Let me show you what this young boy about to do to y'all ass this year and next year. Like that's why, like I have my concerns, but I don't like that O-line is gonna be ready. I don't question that. They didn't have a bad game at all last season. Realistically, we just had a guy who couldn't get out of his own way. You put that with a guy who's desperate to be a first-round pick, you know what I mean? Because he's desperate too. But and Joe, you said something that's 100% true. That coaching staff over there is desperate. The downside of being desperate is when one or two things don't go your way, you're broken. You don't recover because you already came in the game. Oh, fuck, how the fuck are we gonna do this? We gotta stop them. We have this crazy schedule in the SEC, and we gotta start off with Miami, and you have the lawsuit and all these things going on in your head. That's not conducive to a winning game plan. It can't be. They're gonna be desperate. One fumble, one turnover, 1 3 and out. You start behind the 8 ball, and then it all goes to shit. And then they all go. I'm saying everybody got what's the saying? Like everybody got some shit to say till they got they got a gun in their face. You know what I'm saying? Like when that shit's right there, you have whatever you want to say. When Reuben Bain, Elias, all the Eliases are running down, and Elijahs and all the E's are running down on you. What you gonna do then, fam? Like fuck that. And also fuck the SEC. That whole team, that whole conference isn't good. It's only 2 of them motherfuckers. Part of all this plays in the SEC. They got 2 teams.
There's
Georgia,
so much.
Alabama. Everybody else bows down to them.
There's so many factors, man. Like Polk mentioned practicing at Miami and trying to prepare for the heat and the humidity and just the nastiness. Like these cats is coming from the Pacific Northwest. You know what I mean? Cam Ward, Damian Martinez. It's one thing practicing in Miami heat, but having to play a full game in that shit, it's going to be different. Yeah. Niche Powell, you know what I mean? It's going to be different. But I know Cam Ward's from Texas. That heat is not a game as well. He grew up playing.
Damian Martinez is from Texas.
He from okay. So that heat is similar. But there's 2 things that travel well, right? O-line and the running game and the D-line and getting to the quarterback. That shit travels no matter what. So I think that's where I do feel comfortable is our O-line's ability to be able to lean on the D-line in that heat.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then our running back's ability to pound them. Like you said, if Mark Fletcher's available, Damian Martinez is available, you pound them, and then CJ come in for 80 yards. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's something. And I'm really excited about the versatility of the offense. The ability to run the ball, and then Cam Ward and the receivers, the ability to stretch the field. And then the tight end's ability to work the middle of the field. It should be crazy. It should be crazy, but yeah.
Game 1.
Really,
game 1.
I'm not worried about any game after that. For real. I'm not nearly as concerned with any game after that. For real. I'm just not. All this shit about USF and Virginia Tech.
See, I don't know why everybody's hyping up USF so much, man.
I don't fucking get like that shit is bugging me. You know what I mean? Like get the fuck out of here.
Because they lost close to Bama. They also play Bama again this year. Then
fuck all that.
Juan Manuel says Mertz doesn't throw the deep ball well. As a game manager who's not very mobile, Guidry's going to force Mertz to win the game with throws he is not comfortable hitting. Yeah, he's not gonna sit well in the pocket, man. That pocket is gonna move because that D line is coming. Hey, Malik Bryant as an edge, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Florida's O-line is trash anyway, so he's gonna be running for his life. So
yeah, if they come out and they got the USC transfer starting, I know they're in trouble because he's a freshman.
Yeah, it's over.
And he, although good, he shouldn't be starting. So if he comes out and he's starting, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, these dudes is fool right now.
Because he didn't even play the spring.
I just want to see Jacoby totally toast McLean. That's all I really want to see.
He's gonna do that. It's so many questions.
Let's
get into this game.
First play.
Canes where Adam will be right back.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Canes, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all got the only headset fit your boy's head. Appreciate y'all. Paco 305 says Florida O-line ranked 114th out of 130th in sacks allowed last season. That's not very good, right?
Garbage.
Just on numbers. Look, that's caca. That is caca right
I'm
there.
not one who likes to look at last season. You know what I mean? But
Because of the portal.
damn.
Also, right? Like, also, damn, UF ain't better. This and no physical game of football and no position group is gonna be a bloodbath. No Kool-Aid. Shout out to Ocala Kane. Ocala Kane knows about the humidity because he ain't too far from Gainesville.
No.
It's been fam. Let me tell you something. It's been disgusting. This
Yo,
humidity's been.
I tried to mow the lawn this morning, and I almost had to have my wife come drag me in the house because I died.
And that was early, right? Like
yeah, that was at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
I when I do work before Joe sends a shot. When I do work, I'm saying early. I walk out of my house sometimes 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I could feel the humidity. I was like, how, fam? Like how? How does this even make sense? Sun ain't out. They know there's no just pure darkness. I hate every second of it.
Suffocate, boy.
Yeah,
you can't, fam. You could taste it. You could literally feel like you could cut that shit with a knife, and I mean like a steak knife, not a butter knife. Like that shit is crazy, stupid. Yeah, but wrapping up that segment. Yeah, exactly. You're just gonna be drenched. Wrapping up that segment. Fuck UF, and yeah, I wish it wasn't the first game of the season, but I can see y'all concerns and fears about it, but I don't see them doing anything because they're so desperate because of that. Like things are gonna go wrong in a football game. They always do. You know what I'm saying? Like something's gonna happen, and then what? Like how do you respond then? They just don't look like a team that's known how to respond. You know what I mean? I don't see them having that dude on that team like we have a Cam Ward and a Martinez. You know what I mean? And the young guys. Ruben Bain is the grown man of that entire team. The pressure will be insane. Canes can rush 4 and get some best wide receivers eliminated. And we got that report on him or
the Badger kid.
Yeah. The Badger kid. Yeah,
that was a good pickup.
Which is, I think, that was a good pickup. Yeah, that was a good pickup.
Even though they lost Ricky Purcell, that was a good pickup.
And they got that other guy, right? They got another receiver over there too. That's not too bad.
Yeah, a little slot dude, I think.
Yeah, a little slot dude. Last season was last season. UF won't have you in the. Yeah, lost their best running back to Georgia. UF won't have you in the portal to correct deficiencies. Although not all were addressed, I'm not going to just outright think we're going to mollywop. Mollywop's a good word. Also, did not know that mollywop was a dash, like a hyphenated word. Shout out to Jay Singh. They're Jort wearing a double hyphenated. Well, how often do you see double hyphenated words in it? They're Jort wearing asses. They do wear a lot of jorts. They do wear a lot of jorts, fam. A lot is going to be a problem. It could be close to a blowout. Yeah, that's the thing. We just have no feeling because it is the first game. I will take a 27-13 win, and be happy and move the fuck on. I'm not looking for game,
I'll take any win in that game. Of course, I want to see a beating. Yep. I want to see a beating, and I want Coach Cristobal. I understand he's a professional guy. Man. He's a professional. I want him to fucking step on necks this year, man.
Yeah.
Nah. Yep. Keep going.
Yeah, we ain't done.
I want to see that.
I don't want. And in that moment, I want them to like show him on camera going, "Nah, keep like run it up, like fucking go." We ain't stopping now. We ain't stopping now.
If you saw the movie Friday Night Lights, man, the coach on Dallas Carter, he had the lollipop in his mouth. He was like,
yeah, run it up. Yeah, Dallas Carter was nasty. Keep like Permian think they're doing something, then Dallas Carter shows up. Also, shout out to Friday Night Lights, the movie and the TV show.
Yeah.
UF will be better next year when they get innocent and new coach. He's already projected next year's transfer portal. That's crazy.
Yeah. New coach for sure. If their seats were any hotter, they'd be walking around in Human Torches right now.
For real.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think we are going to see, or at least I'm hoping for. But I think we will, man, because Cam Ward opens the door to a lot of a lot of things you can do, a lot of creativity, because you trust him, right? You trust him with the ball, trust that he's going to make the right decision. And I think he's going to have a lot more freedom with this offense. I think he's going to be allowed to make adjustments. I think he's going to be allowed to audible. I think he's going to be allowed to get you in and out of plays. So, yeah, I have confidence in that part of it.
Poke, what you got, brother?
Now somebody commented Billy out week 4. I give him, he's going to be gone before the halfway point, I think, for them. Just based on that schedule alone, man, that's brutal.
It's nasty. It's nasty. Over 20 years of this caca, it's gone to the point where it's effing personal. Yeah, I mean the thing is, Gators are like a weird team because like I hate them, but they don't play us enough because they've been scared to. So it's like I want to beat them, but it's also like y'all kind of pathetic because y'all scared of any actual. You know what I mean? Like they're cowards to me. So it's more like I pity them. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, man. Y'all, whatever. At least Florida State kept us on the schedule. So I feel about that shit. Let's see what else.
They have to.
Rush Rebel can't lead the team, the lead this year in yards again.
Why not?
Why not?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't see a problem with it. I
don't see. I mean, what difference is it him? If it's Horton, if it's George, if it's Trader?
Yeah, I wouldn't see a problem with that.
How about he leads the team in yards, but everybody else has more touchdowns? Like he's a possession receiver. He's gonna get more focuses. He's gonna from the 20 to the 20. He's gonna be and then you have the big guys cooking you over the top. Like it might not, you know what I mean? He's gonna get more catches, so that's just where he plays at. Also,
and touchdowns too. Don't be surprised. Like he's also a threat in the red zone because he can run routes.
That's Coach Dawson's thing is the slot, right? Like that Tank Dell was a slot murderer, and we see what he's doing in the league. I get it. Look, because the Restrepo doesn't get you the extra yards and all that stuff. Restrepo's one of the best receivers in the country, bro. Like we just got to get past. Like he doesn't have the size we want him to have.
Just because he's not 6'5". It's like, come on.
But I absolutely need to see those goal line plays against A&M all year for George. Yeah, fam. That play bro. We saw. We were on all of us were on the opposite side, and we saw that shit. Oh, but
we saw it a mile away too. I was about to cry. It was so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, me and
also
both would be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, also the play to Kobe Young, where they had Kobe lined up tight.
That was Horton.
And they play action and Kobe came across the formation and it was an easy throw.
Dumped it off to him.
Yeah, that was beautiful too, man. That was beautiful too.
Yeah, I think.
And again, with the running game, it's gonna open up so much, man. It's gonna open up.
And now you have two guys that are over 200, 220 pounds, right? That can break it. Then you have CJ, you have Hellcat, you have AJ, you have levels to this and depth that year one, we were playing our third running back was like a G whatever the fuck you know what I'm saying? Like a walk-on from an HBCU was our third best running back. We're not almost 6, 7, 8 running backs deep. You know what I mean? If you want to put Elijah Lofton back there. Like look at just the depth alone that's in the running back room is crazy. Crazy.
So many possibilities, man. Yeah. Facts. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much, man. And hopefully we use some tempo. You know what I mean? Hopefully we use some tempo here and there. And man, listen.
Byron Ross, shout out to Byron Ross with the comment, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I want to see Ken with 4,000 yards, 35 TDs, 1,000-yard running back, 2,000-yard receivers. Oh, okay, that's it.
We're playing for Natty if that happens.
That's it.
He's getting ready for college football to come out. Get ready for college football, NCAA to
got
come
about
out.
3 weeks.
We're already playing NCAA 25.
We're about 3 weeks away from that, fellas. The 19th. We're about 3 weeks away from college football being out too. Make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, put the PS5 to standby overnight so in the morning when you wake up it's already loaded. You know what I'm saying? If you know, Shout out to Chris
I
Kane in the
decided
building.
I'm going with the hard copy. Wifey ordered it for me for Father's Day.
You got the hard copy?
I got the hard copy.
Oh, you're going old school.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't do that.
I got a boy who gets all hard copies. He doesn't like that. He wants all hard copies. He wants the cases and shit and all that, man. Yeah.
Nah, it takes up too much space. I don't need it. I'm all good. I'm all digital anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to go back to this comment. This is it.
Love it.
I just want you guys to have the greatest year ever that you've ever had because it would
I
be our
want to
first
see that shit too,
year.
Byron. I want to see it too, baby.
I'm surprised you didn't say 2,000 yard running backs. I want to see 2,000 yard running backs, 2,000 yard receivers. We you know what? We just always had the ball because that means we picked them off every single time they had the ball to have that many opportunities at that many yards. I want to see.
Hey man, that shit can happen. That shit can happen.
Yeah.
We maximize our possessions.
That almost happened last year.
Yeah.
It almost minus 1,000 yard running back. Like we almost had 2,000 yard receivers last year on a questionable offense that we weren't sure what we were getting every week. If we keeping it, you know what I'm saying? Like if we really look at that shit and take away, like we really had a crazy offense with a weird offense. Like we didn't know what the fuck. We had 1,000 yard receiver and an 800 yard receiver and a 500 yard receiver, and we were complaining about we didn't. I don't know when the fuck the last time we had that. So that's crazy.
Yeah. It was close the year before with Rambo and Harley.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's a couple years ago, not the year before. That's a couple years ago. Couple years.
Was that with De'Ara King or was that De'Ara King at quarterback?
Charleston Rambo.
I think that was
like 6 years ago.
What?
6 years ago.
What?
Wasn't that Manny's first year? So
Nope.
that's fam. Like y'all about to feel old as shit. But Charleston Rambo was at least 5 years ago.
I'm gonna look.
This is Mario's third year.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you right now.
That because it's hurtful. It was Manny's second year.
Damn, me and Charleston Rambo got the same birthday. That's crazy. I
Not
just pulled them up. I just seen we got the same birthday.
Not the same year though.
Birthday twins. Hey, Charleston.
Charleston. Yeah, fam, that was I want to say that was
2021.
No way.
21?
21.
3 years ago. Okay. I could have sworn that was like 5 years ago.
Take it back.
It couldn't be 21. 21, 22. So Manny got fired the year after. With Charleston, but okay. All right, you were right. That was the year we brought into the TVD, yeah. That was the 6-game performance.
Who's the next commitment?
Commit? Are we doing that? We doing projections?
Ben, who you got? Next commit.
I don't know. We're looking pretty good for our QB for 26.
Yeah, I think QB for 26.
Mr. Coleman.
We didn't talk about that.
Mr. Darian Coleman, yeah, man.
Yeah, I like that kid.
Came in back-to-back weekends.
But I like what I saw so far.
I'm a fan of what I saw. Yeah, I think that's the next commit.
In the boat. You got to start getting your QBs now, man.
Poke, our guy, they're trying into the group chat for a split second. Poke was like, why are we getting the 26 QBs? I was like, Poke, you were just saying that we lost out on another 26 QB. QBs come in 2 years early. Like those commitments happen quick.
And QBs don't be decommitted.
Well, they're starting to pop right now too, so the guys are going to want to get their spot where they can.
Guys are jumping off the board. Like there's a lot of people who have jumped off the board already.
So y'all, everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't already, so next year for 25, look for the 27 QB to pop. 26, look for the 28 QB. Like it's a year ahead now with quarterbacks. That shit, because you
see that?
Yes.
Hey, son, let's get it. Let's get it.
Why not? Lagway's nice, man. Lagway is nice.
He's a problem.
He's on the table.
I ain't gonna lie about that one.
It's coming to dual threat over Orlando. Yes,
Yes,
he is.
yeah.
Orlando
Jones.
Oh shit! Real quick. What do y'all think about the Oklahoma State dude, man? Who was talking shit about Miami?
Stay salty.
Who would rather cheer for the Kremlin?
Also, a weird thing to say, right? Like
That's fucking very cringeworthy.
Also very stupid because that one thing has nothing to do. I mean, I don't know why he said anything anyway. Like they don't factor in. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Like they have nothing to do with us. We have nothing to do with them. Like it's just it shows you how deep the roots go to the hatred of Miami and the fear of it. You know what I mean? Like when was the last time we played Ohio State? Oh, I think we played them in that bowl game with De'Ara King. Yeah,
the Cheez-It Bowl.
Yeah. We played them in them. The Cheez-It Bowl with De'Ara King towards us. Yeah,
that's when King got hurt. Yeah. We would have won that game too had he not gone down. But that's beside the point.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just weird. Like, also, when have we been in a graphic with them? Like, we're not in the same league of we're not even in the same ocean, fam. Y'all not swimming with us.
Go worry about hay bales and tornadoes.
For real. Don't come over here with that shit.
Come on.
Last year Oklahoma with Skeletor, right? And this year with that guy who I don't even know who the fuck he is. Like, why y'all, like, fam, what y'all worried about us? Like, come on, get out of here. You're not even
a staff member. He wasn't even on the staff. I think he was like a podcaster or some shit or something.
Some like random reporter or something. But it was just weird. But that's one thing real quick. Y'all notice how like the trend is in the off season, right? Like you could almost time this shit. Like positive recruiting, things are going well. Here comes some publication writing, oh, Miami's back, then Miami's broke. Oh, Miami should end football and all sports. Oh, Miami's just paying all their players. NIL, stupid. Everybody's paying their players. The fuck are you talking about? It's like it's almost as like it only pertains to only Miami's paying. It's been out for 3 years. Everybody's paying their players. They're all on salary. That's already been discussed. It's already passed. Let it go. It's stupid. But it's like every year it's the same shit where I'm like, that's why like I almost didn't want to talk about it because it's like next year we're gonna talk about the same shit. There'll be another random ass person that goes, oh, Miami's paying their guys. Yeah, bro. Of course we are.
Everybody is tampering. Everybody's fucking There's no tampering. Everybody's doing the same shit. There's no
in a time of no rules, Miami's the one breaking them. What the fuck? Like it's so weird, man.
You got some computer nerd out there looking for little hidden messages within contracts and within laws and rules saying, "Oh, Miami, they are doing this and blah 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 blah." It's like get out of here, man. God, I can't stand that crap. People just hate to see Miami do anything good. It's just
also a very good imitation of what they sound like too, Poke. I want to say like from now on,
it's exactly what they do. It's exactly what they do.
The imitations in the future, that's exactly how you do it.
That's exactly
how you do it. That's exactly it. Jay Smith after Day gets fired. Yeah, they're all gonna. Oh,
stop it!
That'd be cool.
He's gonna get fired though. He's going to he's going to get fired. Like I put that on everything. He's gonna get fired, just like Drake took an L. Like these things, I just know. Y'all got anything else for the people?
Nope.
Hey, real quick. Before we get out of here, man, you know what I'm saying? We always say youheardpodcast.com. We got a QR code for y'all. Scan that right there. Whenever you watch it on the rewatch, I'm saying we're going to put it up on our social media. Scan that right there. It takes you right to the website, man. Scan for the merch. Y'all already see it, man. No matter what. Y'all already know what it is, man. Fuck the big three. It's just Big We. We out here cooking, man. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for spending the time with us, man. You know how we like to chop it up. We always talk a little crazy, but we always keep it a buck. All right, guys. We up out of here. Peace.
Well, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed it. We had a ball making it. Thank you.